So one of the things I'm not too happy about is the battery box is kind of hitting on the mudguard. I'm not really sure what to do about that, but it does mean that if I zoom you out a little, it does mean that the battery box can't really sit back properly. Maybe I'll look at that. I don't know, but I'll sort that out. But the first thing is I need to get this fastened in. Okay, so I didn't really want to show you what I did there, but I used the old hammer there, bashed the mudguard in a bit. I've got plenty of clearance, and it's just sitting a little bit tighter now. And I appreciate the aesthetics of that. So next thing, zoom you out. How do I get this thing held in? I mean, I've got some options. I can do something from underneath. I can do something from above, maybe some brackets off here, but I want to be able to bolt this in so I can easily remove it should I need to. Gonna have to think on that a little bit, maybe stick a cup of coffee on whilst I'm doing so. Right, so I've got the battery box out and I'm just looking. I think I would like the battery to be high and a lot of other stuff underneath it, so we're probably looking at about that kind of height. So I need to fabricate a tray within that. That's going to give me loads of space to put other bits like electrical stuff. So it's just kind of mark that so we have a rough idea. So somewhere about this sort of height, I want to put a tray probably about that kind of thing in there. It's times like this where you can see my first attempt at the battery box, it's not really as symmetrical as I would have liked it, but when it's in the bike it looks tickety-boo. So okay, if I'm going to put a tray in, mig that into place, I can also put a lip on here so that can sit on the frame and maybe something on the front. Right, so we've got a piece of stainless steel, we've got our battery box. What I'm thinking is, because it is a little bit of an odd shape, we'll just have a quick draw around it first of all. $90 mil, looks about right. So we've got a basic pattern cut out. Next thing, over to the bender. Let's make the bends for the back and for the front. See where we go. Come getting it slowly. Right, let's get that down. That one down. Right, so that's our basic tray. Now what we've got to do is make it fit in the box, weld along the back, weld down either side. That should be quite strong enough. Right folks, so we're going to weld this on here. And this is going to be the start of our purging some gas through here. Turn this down a bit. It's a little bit bitey for what we need. Okay, so we've now got our new piece of metal welded in, and we'll mark that up and use that as our mounting for the front of the battery box. The back can go through the mudguard. Looking pretty good. Let's drop the battery box in and have a look. So my good peeps, where did we get to yesterday? Well, let me show you. So we tidied up this neck area, welded in a plate, got some fastenings, so the top end of the box is now solid. We're going to drill the bottom end of the box into the mudguard that's bolted to the frame, so that'll be solid. We tacked in the battery tray, which I might have made a big mistake with, because I don't know if you can see it, there's a line here, and this is where our prop shaft's going to go for the final drive. So I've got to cut out a section of this and weld in a channel. And that might actually mean I've got to take the battery box out and start again with that, the actual battery tray itself. Not a problem, it's all about getting that bit right. Plenty of scope for messing around with the battery later. So I'm going to, what am I going to do now? I think I'm going to unbolt this and start to fabricate the infill section and get that cut and shut and ready for stuff. Okay, so let's go up to the bench and get cracked into it. So we've got the battery box on the bench, and it's time for me to try and make some sense out of these random scribblings, if you like, to try and get some good idea of size and fit. So I'm reckoning that what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this as a rough guide to the area I need to remove. It's quite a big area, as you can see. I think, to be honest, I probably a bit too high for that, maybe not. Yeah, I think that was the one I should have followed. Maybe that's going to be better. So it's looking perfect. So what this gives me is an idea of the depth of the swing of the prop, and also the height. So bit of paper and a pen. So we're going to say that the height is 100 mil. Yeah. Right, let's go have a look in the metal store. This is where a working plasma or guillotine would really come in handy. Getting up there. Doesn't have to be pitch perfect, so I'm going to cut a chunk off each end, so to speak. Now, for all of you metal workers who are thinking, why the hell are you using a black pen, not a scriber? Because I can see it easier when I'm cutting. You won't see a scribe mark half as easily as you can see that black line. So that's why. Right, so I think first thing is, let's get this cut. And then see how we get on. Right, so the steel's in. We're going to spin this gauge till we get to 80 degrees, I hope. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Oh, what did I not do? Now I'm going to tighten that down and make sure I get a tight bend. So where are we? 60. We're not quite there, we're close enough. Same on this side. There's our channel. That's what we're going to cut out, and then we'll insert this and mark it all out from there. Seriously, sometimes I wonder. Doesn't quite look what I expected. Yep, that'll do. Right. Let's go clean up these rough edges. Right, I'm not going to lie to you. I've made this box. It's not perfect. It's got some bangs and bits, but you know, it's my work. It is what it is. It's if I cock this up too badly, the next bit, cutting this channel and fitting this in, all of this is going to be for nothing. I've put about a week's worth of work into it. I can live with it being a bit tatty. I just can't live with it being a dog's dinner. So I am concerned, nervous about the next stages of what I'm about to do. I could really royally fuck this up, and then it's back to square one, and I'm using all my resources, which you know, stainless costly metal to cock up with. So I'm going to redraw that line because I don't like it. It's gone wrong. Then I'm going to get me little battery drill cutter, and I'm going to cut this out bit by bit. until I've got what I think's right, and then if it's wrong, I'm going to throw it across the workshop, swear and sulk. All right, so that's going to be the call of the day. So before I go any further, let me tidy up this line. Don't know how I could have gone so far out, but I'm about 5mm off, and that's a lot to make up. Yeah. Right. Going to clamp it down as well. It's a bit of a costly, stupid error if it moves, and I cut it wrong just because I couldn't be asked to do the job properly, so let's get the job done properly. Probably not going to stop it vibrating, but it should stop it scooting around so much. I don't know how much of this you're going to get to see on those initial cuts. Okay, let's try it like that. So I'm cutting down these two lines first, do the front. I'll put new disc in because that one is non-existent. Right. Cup of tea time. So quite excited about this. I mean, that's not looking too bad, is it? Just, that's not looking too bad at all. That's cleaning up quite nicely. Put a bit of a bevel on. We've still got loads and loads to do here. It's not going to be a quick process, but just that initial piece, that's come up all right. It really has. I'm happy. Well, I've blended a lot of that in now. Let's try and get a bit more of a close-up here. Ooh. There's a couple of little areas I could re-weld and everything, just tidy them up. But all in all, I don't think that's too bad. Looks a little bit worse because obviously it's got all of the lynching marks and flat wheel marks all over it. But I don't think that's too bad at all. There you go. That's what it's going to look like on the bike. Shall we go and fit it and see how it looks? Oh, yes. Right, so I've got it fitted. You can see the nice chrome donuts there. And it's all in place. So this is what we're looking at now. Sorry, we've got the sun coming in. So you can see the prop shaft coupling here. And that's like flipping flying buzzy waspy things. That's lining up nicely top and bottom. Got plenty of clearance all the way down, maybe a little bit more than I needed, but if I turn this like so, we've got about 18-20 mil there. So everything should be in a line. It's looking fairly good. Yeah, I think we're on a winner. I'm actually pretty pleased with it. Would have been nice if it was a tube and all beautifully curved, but hell, you know, it is what it is. It's a good, strong, large battery box. I can put all the wiring and crap in there and, yeah, feel pretty happy that everything's nice. Let's have a quick look from the other side. You can see battery tray there. It does look a bit ropey on the inside. I haven't had a chance to clean it. So there you go. There it is, all round. It's not bad for an afternoon's work. And to be honest, I'm going to finish it up here, I think. Get things tidied. And then try and figure out if I need to make a lid or some sort of a cover for this. I don't really think I do. But, yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, there you go.